Let's talk about your relationship to Chicago. Was Jazz Dance World Congress the beginning of that?
Yeah, because I went there before I came here.
How did that come about and what was that like?
Well, what happened was that because Susan Lee was doing it with Gus, it was kind of a partnership at that point. There was two prongs to it. One, there was this announcement in Dance Magazine: if you want to if you want to submit a video of your dancing, we'll look at it, and if we like it, we'll have you perform at the Jazz Dance World Congress. And in the same thing, and if you have a paper you would like to submit for a panel, we'll do that. And I had both. So I did that, and both were accepted, and that's how I got here. And then leading the panel discussion was Susan Lee. I never knew that. She was down at the other end of the table. But then I finally realized who it was because I had taught her at the University of Minnesota years before. So she also knew me that way. So the Chicago thing happened because Gus especially was I loved him, and he loved what I did. It turned out later that who succeeded him didn't necessarily love what I do. But he loved it. It was a wonderful relationship we had. And when I did the first choreography, so Jeannie and I performed there 90, 91, in the first years, doing duets from this thing that I had created, which was basically a duet show called Romance and Swing Time. But then after I came here, I made a piece on trying to see if the picture's outside, on some Northwestern students who included Katrina. And we performed that at the Jazz Dance World Congress because they had this choreography competition. And this won the gold medal or the first prize, whatever it was. So I did Getting There. And then it evidently hit Gus well, because he told Nan, he said, why don't you ask Billy if we can, have that for our company. So then I made it on them. Which, at the very beginning it worked. I'm not quite sure why. Maybe because I kind of had a little stardust on me from having won it. And again, what I was having them do made them feel good. Because when you're bouncing the body, you feel good. That's how we calm babies down, with a swing bounce. But they did it, and it was successful. And then when I went back to look at it, like the next year, it had all of a sudden become deformed because it had become balleticized. And I had to go through a long process of getting the dance out of their repertory, which actually was on the verge of lawyer action. They were trying to contend it was theirs, and it wasn't theirs. So now they don't do it anymore.